Welcome to English Learning Through Story. Desire and Love. Part 6. A Love Story. Habilin tried her best to find some money to borrow so she could pay for Haned's hospital treatment. But unfortunately, everywhere she turned, she failed. In the end, she decided to return to her mother's neighborhood and open her mother's old box to sell whatever gold was still left there. Since she had no other place to turn to, she went back to the neighborhood, gathered all the gold she had, took it to the market, and sold everything. She paid the doctor the full amount and then took Haned to his house. He lived alone because he was an orphan, but the house itself belonged to another family, and he was renting a room from them. Days passed, and she remained by his side, providing care and tenderness. She supported him as she took him to the bathroom, cooked food for him and fed him with her own hands, washed his clothes, and gave him his medicine. She spent the entire day caring for him. At night, however, she could not sleep there because she was a woman and the law did not allow it. She then thought of renting a room near her family's home so she could care for him there. In the evenings, before nightfall, she would stay with him, and she secretly brought food from her family's house without anyone knowing. Oh love, for your sake, how many people have sacrificed so much? That is exactly what she did. She rented a nearby room owned by a close female friend whose husband was abroad. She explained everything to her honestly. There, she began caring for him. She secretly brought food from the neighborhood and took it to him. Any money that came her way, she spent it on buying his medicines. She did not even buy clothes for herself. Along with his illness, Haned was burdened by sadness and worry over the sacrifices the girl was making. He constantly thought about how he would recover and how he would ever repay her. After some time, he recovered and began to walk a little. Hope returned to him, and Habilin's happiness grew even more as she saw that she had succeeded and fulfilled her duty. Finally, he fully recovered and restarted his life. He resumed his studies and his normal life. One evening, he invited her to a place where friends usually hang out, as he wanted to thank her. Habilin, who had sold her gold for his treatment, was surprised when he brought her red flowers and several gifts to make her happy. He said to her, "My beloved, I do not know how to repay you, but I have promised myself that I will share my heart with no one but you, and I will dedicate my life to you." Habilin smiled and replied, "Everything you have given me in love is greater than me." She told him about the hardships she went through and how she took care of him, and she said, "The hardest moment for me was the day I could not find anyone to bathe you. That day, the thought crossed my heart, why don't I call a sheik and ask him to marry me to you, so that no one else would take you from me?" An atmosphere of happiness and true love began. Day and night, they talked, shared both hardship and ease. Haned, who had only a little left to finish university, quickly completed his studies. She stood by him with support and encouragement, even though he had nothing, and she always took responsibility. She covered his transport and other expenses, and on his graduation day, she organized a very beautiful celebration. The time had finally come for them to unite. When night came, she decided to surprise him by visiting his house, which was not far away, to congratulate him in a calm, private atmosphere and discuss their wedding plans. But when she entered the house, she found him extremely drunk, with a bag of drugs in front of him, smoking a cigarette. Shock! This was not the man she had sacrificed everything for. To be continued. To fully understand the essence of this story, watch the previous videos I posted on the channel. Please subscribe Lock One English Podcast to get for more stories.